Hey Sagittarians, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your August through September, your Lammas through Mabon seasonal reading here. So your meditation was short but sweet. I saw the image of a bear, a brown grizzly bear to be exact, in the woods, and I saw it sort of looking at me as the viewer turn around, and I felt like where it was in the forest was a bit like the season that we're looking at, like right before it turns to fall, but it was almost like looking through a looking glass where it was looking ahead, it was full spring. And I saw the words, waiting for spring. So what's really interesting about that is that bear medicine is all about timing. It's understanding that there's a season for everything, but it really does embody the season of spring, which is about hope, renewal, transformation. And what's interesting about that is that the season that we're looking at is obviously August through September, Lammas through Mabon. But on the southern side of the hemisphere, right? If you are, living in the southern hemisphere, we're looking at Imbolc into the spring equinox. So it's like a counter but similar energy of balance, alignment, and growth. It's fascinating, actually. So, it really felt like to me that bear was really focused on things blooming, really focused on a season that is coming of what could be a possibility. In order for things to bloom, they're first, you have to plant seeds first. I feel like those seeds have been planted, Sagittarius, and there's a certain happy expectation, a positive expectation, not an attachment, but a positive expectation of what could be in bloom, not what could be in store, what could be in bloom. Fascinating. So the animal energy is so perfect. You have cheetah energy, which is beautiful, lovely, wonderful fire energy, which you know that when you get an animal that is of your same element, it's always auspicious. So you've got beautiful fire energy for your fire sign selves. Now, cheetah, this is the sun. This is the energy of the sun. So I love this for you because this beautiful solar energy is so positive. It's so exciting. It's warmth. It's illuminating. It could not be more auspicious and happier animal energy for you to get. Now, along with that cheetah energy is a certain speed. There's a certain swiftness. Things seem to happen as if by like overnight, but it feels like there really is this happy expectation. I do feel like things are about to pick up for you speed wise. I want to take that quite literally from the cheetah as well. I do feel that for you, but I also feel like it's the result of seeds that you've sown already, whether unconsciously or consciously. Now, what's really fascinating here is that the way that the cheetah is pointed, it's pointed towards this Lammas oracle key, which says the coming of fall, right? So if we are in the northern hemisphere here, we're looking at this is high summer. This is August. This is Leo energy. And we're looking at the month of August, right? So that is literally going into the coming of fall. This could not be more aligned for you, Sagittarius. This is so, so, so positive. I think the most positive reading we've had this round, actually. It's really beautiful. So coming of fall, number 7, let the spark, the flame there, right? Let the spark of hope within you ignite and never cease, for it is never too late to manifest your dreams. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Look at the sun here. Let the spark of hope within you ignite and never cease, for it is never too late to manifest your dreams. I'm really thinking about that bear in the woods, waiting for what could be in bloom. What could be in bloom? It's really, really beautiful. It feels like there's a lot of exciting energy for you. Things are happening. I feel like there's opportunities coming your way, like newness. It's even maybe on something that is a bit of a surprise to you that you kind of added last minute that really yields big returns. It's really, really beautiful. If you have an idea or feel inspired to move on something, do it now. That's what it feels like. So you are coming in, which is just so on the nose. I love it, as the 7 of Pentacles, which is really, really stunning because as the 7 of Pentacles, this is about sowing seeds and then nurturing them to growth, right? This is about the seeds that you sow, stacking on top of each other, building this staircase upwards towards a very full and lush garden, right? So The fact that this speaks of patience and timing is really, again, talking to me about that bear in the woods. I really feel like I'm excitedly waiting for something. Like, oh, I think I got a good feeling about this. That's what it feels like for me. So you are planting seeds this season. This is exactly what this says. It's never too late to manifest your dreams. It really does feel like manifestation for me about things coming into full bloom. Woo! I just got shivvies when I said that, coming into full bloom. Now, fascinating. We have another 7 here in your place of challenges, which is 7 of Cups. So let's talk about this. Now, in the upright, this can be a bit of a dreams deferred situation. And honestly, I love Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius rising. I definitely understand the energy. My favorite people are Sagittarians. um, I think a shadow energy of Sagittarius, and we all have shadow energy, is that sometimes it's hard to focus on just one thing and seeing it all the way through, right? Flames need to be exposed to a certain amount, just the right amount of air to keep lit, right? And then you got to add some fire, some earth, some wood to help it grow, right? Just in the right amount. So I feel like for you in your place of challenges, this is really speaking of flip this upside down, focus on the 1 cup, focus on what you want to manifest the most, expose it to the sun. This is the sun here again with the cheetah. You've got a sun here as well with the coming of fall, which is countering the moon over here, balance time. It's beautiful. I really feel like here you're being called to just whatever is not the most important thing that you want to see come into bloom, focus on that one thing, give it all you got, give it all your intention, give it all your ideas, give it all of your focus, give it all of your time. That's what is going to bloom for you. As opposed to having a bunch of like half bloomed things, focus on the one. I also saw in your meditation cherry blossoms as well, actually. Could be a sign for somebody. Also a symbol of spring, though. In your place of advice, you have the 6 of Cups. Now, this is really interesting in terms of this imagery of planting something and watching it grow. Now, 6 of Cups has to do with the past, right? It's about remembering the past in a better or worse light than it actually happened, but it has to do with memories and nostalgia, right? But I feel like for you, because this also speaks of childhood, of living fully in the moment and doing work where we look up and the time has absolutely flown. That's what 6 of Cups energy is. It's connecting with the inner child within you for guidance and really noticing what excites your inner child. What makes that inner child aspect of you happy, right? Staying a little bit further away from the adulting part and just really following that joy, following that bliss. What is possible? Just like a child, what is possible? What is possible, right? Like kids, they love like they've never been hurt before, right? They play like their imaginations are on another level. And that's what you're being called to do here with this advice. What is possible? What is possible? That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What could be in bloom for you? Not in store for you. What's in bloom, right? It's beautiful. In your place of victory, this is beautiful. It's all beautiful. 2 of Pentacles, more earth energy here. You've got butterfly, that symbol of metamorphosis and growth and change coming out of the cocoon. This really feels a lot about cycles to me. And this is also really mirroring those 2 birds there as well. You see that? Oh, can you see that? With the pentacles, the 2, and the symbol of infinity. It's the same as on the magician key. So 2 of Pentacles traditionally is about juggling. It's about optionality. It's about juggling your personal and your work life. I feel like the fact that this is coming in the place of victory is that you're focusing on something to manifest, but it yields even greater dividends than you could have imagined. And you are happily enjoying this really feel good balance of feeling like you're operating on all cylinders in your personal life and in your work life. Remember, Pentacles rule our physical experience, the house that we live in, the money that we make, our physical selves, our bodies. It feels like this is a symbol of you being grounded and having more than one offer on the table, having more than one opportunity. It's like you're focusing on the 1 cup and the 1 seed, but then it sprouts 2 plants. Like that's what this feels like to me. It really feels like you're going to have a choice to make, decisions to make, but it's going to be incredibly happy and positive. It feels really, really good. So your other oracle here, your Mabon oracle, is beautiful. It's number 4. How many times am I going to say beautiful in this reading? That's what it feels like. Breath work, number 4. Allow your breath to expand your spirit and fill your heart. Allow your breath to expand your spirit and fill your heart. This is amazing because this is really about thinking, magical thinking, thinking about what could be possible. What if I dream, right? Out of my dreamscape. This is kind of reminding me of the Scorpio reading as well. You might want to take a look at that one. But really thinking about, my gosh, what if, what if, what if, what if, and allowing yourself to be inspired from a place of open possibility. What could be in bloom, right? Not exposing it to, overly realistic thoughts just yet. This is the craft of manifestation, right? This is figuring out what really matters the most to you and then planting seeds to encourage it to full growth, right? Systematically, purposefully. This is Capricorn energy, this Seven of Pentacles, right? That's what this is. Your outcome here, Queen of Cups. It's absolutely stunning. Queen of Cups traditionally is about being connected to your intuition and your emotional body, knowing in your soul and in your core that you're exactly where you're meant to be, right? This is when your relationships are beautifully reflective of that inner peace that you have, of that self-love that spills out into everything else that you do and your other relationships. I feel like for you though, I'm really drawn to this mermaid aspect of it and this hummingbird aspect of it. I feel like there's a certain aspect of like dream life. And look at those flowers down here that are coming into bloom. Really drawn to this fish as well. Fish is a symbol of fortune and good luck. And it's also, speaks of allowing things to come to you. And I really feel like that bear wasn't running ahead like into the cherry blossoms and like looking about for, its prize. It was waiting. It was waiting for spring. It was watching. It knew that it had sown the seeds. It was watching them bloom. And that really feels like what this is for you. I don't it's such a wonderful feeling. And it's kind of like beaver energy as well, where you know that you've done everything that you can do to manifest your dreams, to manifest whatever it is you desire. You've removed the blocks, you've done the shadow work, you've planted the seeds, you've taken the steps, the inspired action, right? And then you can just really enjoy and see how things come through for you as a result. That's very much the energy that I'm feeling here. You've done a lot of hard work, you've done a lot of intentional work to get here. And now it just feels like what you've manifested is flowing to you on this river. It just feels really, really beautiful. I'm really drawn to these pearls. Again, I'm sorry, I keep saying beautiful, but that seems to be the word of the day. These pearls here as well, a symbol of wish fulfillment, right? So hummingbird, Ace of Cups. When you're coming up as the Queen of Cups also as your outcome here, and you are a fire sign, I also feel like it's a wonderful way of saying that you're settling into something that feeds you emotionally to the point where you feel like fulfilled in a way where you don't feel like you need to move on to the next thing. You just feel like you're exactly where you're meant to be. And nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that. Do you notice how the sun and the moon, and then we've got like the sun here in the middle, and then we're going into the autumnal equinox or the spring equinox, depending on where you are in the world. There's something about, I feel like it has to do with the Six of Cups as well with your advice. I feel like there are certain things coming full circle for you or coming back around again. And I feel like some advice here as well could be to, consider some opportunity or aspects of your past that you may have either passed up or not seen the value in at first. It could even be reconnecting with a friend or reconnecting with an opportunity. I feel like there's something I could see like a file folder. And it's one that you haven't looked at in a really long time. And I just see like a little bit nudge to pull it out again, that being a symbol, of course. I'm going, oh, I haven't heard from them. And you know what? Let me reach out to them. Or you know what? I forgot that I wanted you. There's something about that. And it doesn't take away from your cup that you're putting all your focus on, but it feels like something that could be beneficial to you in some way and help you get to where you're going in a really cool and fun way. But again, things are about to pick up for you in such a major way with this cheetah energy. You know that saying of when it rains, it pours and it all happens at once. And that's very much what this feels like. You as a Sagittarius, you're well equipped to work with that energy. But I feel like for you as well, there is a certain wisdom that you've garnered over time where you understand that in terms of manifestation and work-life balance and feeling like you are operating from a grounded place, It's really about slow and steady, consistent effort. But what's ironic is that that's what you've been doing. That's what you will continue to do should you accept this opportunity as it arises, right? This inspiration. But you doing so leads to things speeding up. I feel like I've seen the image of someone like plant a seed and then they come back and like the ground is like littered with apples. Like there's way too many apples. It's like, whoa. So it's almost as if you're making not small moves, but you're making deliberate steps that may seem small in the moment or may seem gradual, but then they build up to such a large stepping stone that it just like your life is going to look incredibly different on the other side of this in a really great way. So it's just about navigating this energy mindfully. And I want to point out one last thing. You only have one major arcana in this entire spread, one major arcana, and that's the sun, the cheetah, right? So major arcanas mean destined or fated events, right? It means that nothing you can do is going to change it. It just is. This is what is on the docket for you at this time in terms of your soul growth and experience, right? But all these are minors. And if you see minors in a spread, it means you can change them. You can work with them. You can flow with them. These are all, dependent on the choices that you will or will not make. But the one thing that is definitely going to affect you and be on the docket for you is the sun. Do you know that whenever the sun key comes up in a spread, even if it has other negative influences, which you do not have here, by the way, but if it did, it softens them. Like it is the most powerful key in the tarot in that context. So I love that your one major arcana is the sun. Like you're in for some truly good, positive times. It's just about, like a recipe, a little bit of this, a little less of that to get you to this place where you're experiencing it all from a place of ease and balance and finding that ease in the effort. Because again, it is about to be, whoo, like full speed ahead. I absolutely love it for you, Sagittarius. And I want to say that I want to say to you that you've earned it as well. It feels like this is something that has been coming for a minute or so. And so I'm really excited for you that I also feel like, for some of you as well, because I'm really drawn to the twos here as well, that it feels like this is also, you could be entering into a partnership, whether this is a business partnership or a work partnership or some soul family or a romantic relationship. It feels like there's a partnership here with someone who really believes in you and is a really good support system to you that is going to uplift you and really make your circumstances just all the sweeter. Feels really, 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 really good. Someone who truly understands you and believes in who you are and what you're doing, where you want to go. Feels really good. So that being said, Sagittarius, I so hope that this helps and resonates. Let me know in the comments below. I love chatting with y'all in the comments. It makes me very happy. Hit that like button for me, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with that being said, just thank you so much for being here as always. I'm wishing you a most happy and abundant Lammas and Mabon or Imbolc and spring equinox season, depending on where you are, and many happy harvests. And with that being said, most of all, and as always, just thank you for being you and be well. Until next time.